The purpose of this organization shall be to promote the overall economic growth of Bradford and Susquehanna counties as a whole by creating opportunities for economic development through desirable business growth, expansion, retention, and attraction. The organization will leverage private investment, complemented by public financing and incentive programs, to enhance employment opportunities throughout our area. The authority will also promote the exchange of information for industrial and commercial development purposes and support local financing efforts through the effective administration of a revolving loan fund. The authority will work as a partner to develop a climate that is conducive to maintaining the quality of life of our counties, while navigating the ever-changing economic environment. The Progress Authority began in 1993 as the Central Bradford County Economic Development Authority, CBCEDA, which then became the Central Bradford Progress Authority in 1998. 4 municipalities and community leaders in the central part of Bradford County came together as a grassroots effort.
The initial organization roots took place in GTP. We had our first meeting to brainstorm the full needs of the community together with the approach with the Economic Development Authority, and that was in the GTP conference room. Then later, once our current director was hired, Tony Ventello, then we gave him an office to work out of in the research building.
When I learned a little bit about what the organization was going to be, I contacted the supervisors with Towanda Township, specifically Charlotte Sullivan, and expressed my interest and willingness. So they appointed me as a charter member some 25 years ago.
Yeah, I was originally part of the Industrial Development Authority for Towanda, and then Tony and the group came to me and they asked if we could blend that into the Progress Authority, and with my financial background and such, they asked me to be part of it, and I am still on the Finance Committee, which I've been on for the last 25 years.
The authority was formed as a general purpose group with IDC representation and started with $12,000 from the municipalities and a DCA COG grant of $20,000.
From the very beginning, we had a diverse group of folks involved with the organization, and we decided to look at the full spectrum of items, not just loans or economic development, but infrastructure, supporting activities like education, trails, parks, things like that.
The authority was chartered with a 20-member board, with charter-specific members from the municipalities and community and business leaders. Local industries lent startup support with office space, clerical support, and funding. The board has changed over the years, but we still rely on their input and expertise to help guide the authority.
The key to the authority has always been the board of directors. Kind of held our feet to the fire. We had to run it like a business. We had to be results oriented. We had to have action plans. And as a result of that, we were able to flourish. We were able to take on more.
As a board member, I'm extraordinarily proud of the growth that I've seen in the Progress Authority. It's all about jobs, and it's about business stability and about business viability in the community. And the Progress Authority plays a key role in assisting, whether it's through the revolving loan fund or it's just through interactions and relationships they help build at the county and state level.
If you look at the makeup of our board, it's unlike a lot of boards throughout the state of Pennsylvania. It's a good private-public partnership. We're an IDA, an IDC, and a General Purpose Authority. Very unique. An Industrial Development Corporation, an Industrial Development Authority, and a General Purpose Authority all working together. Each board member wears a separate hat at the table, but functions very well and has different functions, so we are very flexible with the kinds of things that we can do for business development and community development type projects.
In 1998, One Progress Plaza was completed with a strategic goal of post-secondary education in the building. Transit, commerce, and economic development were driving forces behind the project. It also coincided with the beautification of Main Street in conjunction with Merrill Parkway and the walking trail.
The authority recognized that we would not be able to continue to depend upon funding from the state. And so out of that idea grew the building that we're in today, the idea that we could have a source of revenue over the years once we had been able to successfully construct and occupy the building.
staff was added to aid in the increasing economic development activities. The authority also pursued a new designation. In addition to the General Purpose Authority, they also became an Industrial Development Corporation and an Industrial Development Authority.
Our original success with Metadine when they came to the community and brought them actually in from New York State over into the Pennsylvania side.
We were the first company which their first project with the authority. We moved in here in 1996 and 97. So we have essentially working for over 20 years with them.
We definitely would recommend businesses as well as other people to talk to the Progress Authority if they're interested in relocating their businesses or expanding their business. The Progress Authority staff has been extremely responsive and knowledgeable on such projects, and we have had very good success.
The success of the authority led to a county-wide contract with Bradford County. In 2003, the county-wide Economic Development Manager position was added, bringing the total staff of the authority to 3, which is still the number of staff today.
I kind of refer to them as a lean, mean economic team. They're a small team in numbers, mighty in the work that they do in the area. They have a really good board. They've surrounded themselves with people from the community who have a vested interest in the success of the area, but they really pursue anything and everything that would be an economic advantage to this area.
You know, in the past 16 years, I've witnessed a lot of growth with Progress Authority. First of all, they built a beautiful building in a community. It gave educational opportunities in the community and places for businesses to rent and expand. It's a mighty little staff of 3, and they're a very, very cohesive team, and I think that's what makes them so effective.
In 2005, the authority, always moving forward, expanded their coverage area to include Susquehanna County with a contract for economic development with the Susquehanna County Commissioners. This brought new strategic elements and opportunities to the authority.
With our assistance, employers have been willing to invest in capital improvement. Those kinds of things really help our tax base. So it helps our schools districts, our municipalities on taxes and keeping those things stable. I'm very, very proud of the Progress Authority and its achievements.
We had other counties approach us about doing the same thing for them. There was failed efforts both at local levels of economic development, and they said, we like what we're doing. We're kind of lean operations. You know, we've always been 1, 2, or 3 people. And again, the board being the strength, we'd like to enter into some contracts, and that kind of sustained us also.
The location of our property was essential to our business. Along the river, we had a setback of 1 mile or 2 that you had to do an archaeological study to check and see if there's any Indian artifacts or anything along the river banks where we was located. The cost alone was $35,000, and they got it down to $15,000. And Tony and his staff, they do very well. They understand business. They're willing to work with business. No business is too small or too big for them to help out.
Our latest expansion occurred last year, 2017. We had a very time-aggressive project that we wanted to get in process here. Needed funding for that. It's a 5,000 square foot addition, manufacturing addition onto the business. Timing was critical. We needed to get things in motion, get the expansion started before winter broke in the fall. Tony and Chris really helped us out, got the funding secured, and made it all happen for us.
I'm extremely grateful to the authority. I mean, I've been here 25 years. They haven't had another director. They probably don't know better, you know, if somebody would have done a better job. But the point is that it's been a great opportunity for me and my family, for that matter. And I'm very grateful and very satisfied with some of the things on. I'm very much appreciate the board. I appreciate Chris Brown. I appreciate all the work that Kim Kulik does. And I really look forward to that continued effort. I'm looking at opportunity here in the next 2 or 3 years, maybe to slow down. But I'm going to keep my foot on the throttle and keep things moving in the right direction, because it's, again, a very exciting and unique circumstances.